This joke is actually a paid advertisement. You're going to have to live with it. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my humble casa in Livingston, Montana. Okay, basically, I got one question and one question only for you here today. Are you in the mood for a joke? Well, sure you are. With all the killing and the hatred and all the crap that's been going on in the United States, I think that the whole world is ready for a little, especially here in the United States, ready for a little jocularity, wouldn't you say? Okay, before I get started here, number one, if this image gets to jerking and fluttering and jittering around, you're going to have to excuse me because it's a stupid little program I'm using on my iPhone to record this. It's unstable. And second of all, I really want to pound this home. This is not a racist joke. This is not a slam on the North American Indians. This is not hatred towards the Native American Indians, because this is an Indian joke, if you will. Now, up here in Montana, where I live, we've got lots of cowboy and Indian jokes. It's just the way it is, so deal with it. Okay, here is my story. There's a tribe of Indians up here in Montana, and one day one of the little braves of the tribe, one of the little boys, goes running into the tent where his dad, his buckskin, was sitting there smoking on his peace pipe, and he goes, "Dad," he says, "I want to know how I got my name. I do not like my name. Is there anything that we can do to change my name?" And the old buckskin, he's sitting there, and he goes, "Son," he says, "I've got kind of a problem." He says, "I didn't name you." He says, "The way it works in this tribe, old lodgeskins down the row of teepees there, he's the one, the chief of this tribe is the one that names all infants, all new infants that come into this tribe. So I didn't have anything to do with your name." And so the little brave, he goes, "Dad, there's just got to be something we can do about it. I can't live with this name." So the little brave jumps up, and the buckskin, he jumps up, the old man, and out the door they go. Out the flaps of the teepee they go. And they go trucking on down the trail, and they come up to old Lodgeskin's teepee. And of course, naturally, they don't knock on the white man's door. They rustle the flaps of the teepee, and old Lodgeskin's there. He politely lets them in and lets them get comfortable, lets them sit down and everything, while he had an eye on them like this, wanting to know what in the world they could possibly be doing over in his teepee. And pretty soon, the buckskin, he tells old Lodgeskin, he says, "Great chief," he says, "my son is being bothered by something. He needs to ask you a question." So the buckskin looks at the little brave, and he says, "Okay, son," he said, you drugged me all the way down here, get to talking to the chief." And so the little brave says, "Oh, great chief," he says, "the name that I hear that you give the names to all the new children in the tribe. I do not like the name I've been endowed with." And the chief sits there and stares at him for a few minutes. He goes, "Son, this is the way I do this. When an infant gets born into this tribe," he says, "I'll sleep on it overnight. And then the next morning I'll wake up, I'll throw back the flaps of the teepee, and I'll smoke on my peace pipe. Like, for example, when I welcomed your sister into the tribe, I got up the next morning, threw back the flaps of the teepee, smoked on my peace pipe, and I seen that it was raining outside. Raining outside, my son. So I named your sister Falling Rain." Okay, as another example, when your little baby brother was born, I did the same thing. I slept on it overnight. I got up the next day. I lit my peace pipe. I threw back the flaps of the teepee, and I was sitting there smoking on my peace pipe, and I seen a bear running through the forest. So therefore, I named your little brother running bear. And so then the old Wadskin sits back there for a second and he's looking at, he's looking at this little brave and he says, so what is the problem? Two dogs humping? What is the problem? Two dogs humping? Actually, that is the YouTube version of this joke. When I heard it in a bar years ago, it was two dogs for you know what I mean there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely want you to take care of yourselves. Smile a lot. Jump, jive, and wail, and all that kind of stuff. And we shall see you on down the trail. Take care. Stop killing each other, and all of that. And adios, my friends.